Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the Standards Weekly Check-In. I'm Colin. Behind the camera we got Dylan.
What's up?
Today we're going to be getting into some new arrivals, staff picks, recently priced records, and talking up about YouTube comments. If you see anything you like, as always, you can hit the DMs on Instagram, give the shop a ring, or just come by. We're open 11 to 8, 7 days a week. So we got a lot to get through, including a really exciting batch of kind of like alternative 80s music. But before we get into that, let's do some staff picks. I'll start it off. We got some reissues from the very affordable reissues of this somewhat obscure 80s funk album. There's one track especially, Sweat It Out, which maybe we'll put in a clip of the video, or the sound clip, because let me tell you, as a fan of snacking, I feel attacked. Enjoyed this one too. I was kind of like on a wave. This is not a reissue, it's just a used record. I didn't realize what a big song that Very Special was, because I only know it as the J-Lo song of the same title. Came on and I was just like, oh, what's this? Why does it sound so familiar? J-Lo song, very popular one. Anyway, you want to hear the original version of that? Here we go. And this is also a cool jazz reissue that came in. It's really nice. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. I guess it's very, like, it gets into some really kind of heavy, free moments, but it builds up to it, you know? So you'll be listening to it, and it's very, like, cool, kind of quiet, mellow, and then like slowly but surely kind of escalates into this really barrage of noise, which is kind of cool because, you know, a lot of times they'll just hit you with that out the gate and there's just nothing jazz sounding about the records, and it's like, all right, we're in the deep end. But this one kind of builds up to it, a lot of different moods on it, really good. You know, hey, if you're watching this, probably raining right now, good rainy day jazz record. So there we go. And yeah, we got a couple copies of these, so they're affordable and gettable. And why don't you tell them about your wild journey, Dylan?
All right. Well, we had a bunch of Kiss records in. Sadly, this is the last one remaining, but not that sad because it's still a good live record.
I haven't spent much time with a live too. How's it compared to a live?
I think in terms of like
they have more
songs,
material to work with.
Yeah. I was gonna say like it's like great to listen to in terms of the songs that didn't exist during a live.
Yeah. You got like Love Gun and Destroyer and Rock and Roll Over.
I guess like I don't know. This is a big talking point, right? In terms of the Alive stuff.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, in the Kiss Army, yeah, dude.
Dang,
I
think I wasn't in the mess hall.
Oh man,
getting comfort to the
mess hall.
I missed roll call that day or something.
I don't know. I think, to me personally, I think I'll listen to Alive more.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with Alive 2 though. Like Alive 2 is still great.
Right.
Then they give you like that one side of just like songs that didn't make it anywhere. Yeah, like if you.
Okay,
I think it's side D.
You're schooling me. Oh, so these are just studio songs? All right. There we go.
Yeah, that's about it.
So there we go. Alive 2.
Yeah.
And then,
still good. And then I have all these Priest records that somehow survived an entire day here. Listened to this a lot. I was listening to mostly Screaming and Hellbent, but
yeah,
just great records. I don't know if I have to talk more into depth.
Yeah, I feel like we've gotten in deep with our Priest love before.
Yeah,
but it is always nice to really clean copies too.
No, it's messed up, man.
Yeah, I guess we can. That's a nice segue into what's in the box here. Yeah, these are I got a really good collection of 80s stuff in. You might get we'll give you a quick flip through here. You might get a little sticker shock. I think these are some kind of wild and crazy prices, right? But I guess I would say they are all very clean, so kind of priced according to condition, and in some terms of scarcity. I mean, you know, you don't see these Metallica records every day. I think these two are record club presses, Columbia Club. But they still have the inners, which is nice. A lot of times the record club versions skip out on the inners, but you got them here. So some nice 80s copies. And that's just, I don't know, not a retail copy, right? But yeah, just a pretty much like the dream batch of like 80s alternative with some hard rock mixed in. Makes for some good listening, right? Not a whole lot of duds there. Again, just great copies. Where is she? Is she still here? No, they got rid of
LA?
No, the
Skylurker?
yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite XTC album. But still, They didn't really have a lot of bad ones. Yeah, that's Black Sea and Skylarking gone.
Yeah, they're both gone.
That shows you something. They were on it. But, even, a B- XTC album beats most bands' A+ albums. So, don't sleep on the other ones. Anywho, let's get some flip through, shall we? Let's have a Dylan-led conversation.
Why? I don't have anything to say.
I know, that's why it's funny.
I never...
That's our radio call-in show.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Dylan on the phone.
Hey, Colin.
What's new, Dylan?
Nothing much.
All right, bye. Think you could be like a frequent caller of a radio show?
Yeah, just say that. No, I can't. I don't know if I can. I have to have something funny.
Yeah, but you could work on it. Like, yeah, you didn't really have that. Like, did you listen to like Howard Stern when he was on terrestrial radio or anything?
I just watched the E! Show as a kid.
Yeah.
But I was so young, I don't even know if I can register anything that was happening on that show.
They I don't think you really got like a lot of phone calls on the E! Show. It would be like interviews or like bits or something more than like just a regular. I do miss that like aspect of life. Like I'm gonna call up a radio show and
talk shit.
Yeah. You're an idiot. That seems so quaint, but there was like you could be a frequent caller to local radio show and like develop like a personality kind of and like get in fights with other callers. Maybe that could be your bit. You'd be like the lethargic guy.
What do you mean?
Hey. Lethargic man on the air. That's new guy.
Nothing much.
All right, just checking in with Lethargic Man. That's how I would handle it. If I was the host and you were like a regular caller, just make up a name for you. God, it's so cool to think about people just trying to reach out and like
do something
with very limited reach, I guess. Yeah. Calling in public access shows, starting public access shows, writing letters. In comic books where they would like send in letters and like get in fights with each other over letters.
Yeah.
Ironically, they all use their real names. Like
a real address.
Yeah, there's like more on the line, and they were more forthcoming with who they were. Classified ads, all these kind of like pre-internet memes of like interacting and developing these personas. Ancient history, a lost art. YouTube comments. Okay, we got this is I think the favorite comment I've ever received on here. Matthew Altherton. I think kind of going off of our deep suicidal tendencies talk last week and probably every week. I don't know if a week goes by where we don't mention it in some ways. He says, where does Dylan stand on the Infectious Grooves album? And I'm just going to...
Just one album?
Albums.
All right, you want me to... All right.
Yes, please. You're the man I want to hear.
Well, I'm going to talk like the Lizard Man from the... No, first record's good. It's fine. Second record has that immigrant song cover. It's funny. Then everything after that, I kind of don't care. But
it was the one with Ozzy on it, the song.
Therapy. That's on the first record.
Okay. That's all. That's okay. Well, there we go.
Hey, hey, I'm the Lizard Man. I'm the album. That's literally the album.
Oh, yeah,
that's every.
He has a skit.
Yeah, there's a skit of some Lizard Man that's on the album cover, and he always the whole skit is that he exists.
Is he one of the? What's the video with all the paper mache head people? Is the Lizard Man in it?
I think there's always some mention of the Lizard Man.
The Lizard Man lurks in the background machinations of all of Infectious Groove's work. The Lizard Man is behind the scenes.
Yeah, the Lizard Man's there. I don't know, like
a leitmotif of
I remember. Career. I don't know. The last time I listened to the last time I listened to the first record was like 2 years ago.
Don't lie to me. Weren't you like? Well, I guess time just goes by that.
Yeah, quickly. I wasn't listening to Infectious Groove recently.
I remember you went through a really heavy phase where you were trying to make yourself like it.
Yeah,
which I respect the hell out of.
I made myself like the first record.
Yeah, because I'm a lightweight. I mean, I love that Suicidal, but I just kind of could like most '80s bands that I enjoy. I just pretend they don't exist when the '90s hit, Yeah. With the very few exceptions of the ones who get really interesting around that time.
So, I would say...
But you're just willing it to exist. Did that cross over with your attempting to get into Sound of White Noise? Was there a time that's so depressing to think about where you're just listening to the Infectious Grooves and Sound of White Noise era Anthrax and just forcing yourself to wring a little bit more joy out of these catalogs that are
Yeah.
well past wrapped up at that point.
I can see myself listening to both at the same time and just being sad in broad daylight.
If you have any questions you'd like to hear us talk about, leave a comment on the old YouTube, and we'll address it in our next week. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.
Jumping jack instead of snap.